Netflix has fired the organizer of the trans employee walkout. But it's not for the reason that the media and Twitter might make you think it is. They fired her because she leaked financial details, according to Netflix. She leaked financial details of the Dave Chappelle special. Well, the media and Twitter may lead you to believe that it was because they dared speak out. But that is not the case. This is an article from The Verge. Not a big fan of The Verge, but they're one of the articles I found, so just use it. This is by Zoe Schiffer. Netflix has fired the leader of the Trans Employee Resource Group, who is organizing the upcoming October 20th walkout. The employee, who is black and currently pregnant, of course they had to mention that, asked not to be named for fear of online harassment. They mention this to make you feel bad, and again, kind of push that narrative that it's kind of race-related and stuff like that. They're speaking out, but that's not the case, according to Netflix anyway. They have been encouraging trans employees and allies to walk out of work and protest Netflix's handling of Dave Chappelle's special, The Closer. The employee declined to speak with The Verge for the story. All these white people are going around talking to the press and speaking publicly on Twitter, and the only person who gets fired is a black person who was quiet the entire time, says a former employee in an interview with The Verge. That's absurd, and just further shows that black trans people, is she trans? I don't think they mentioned she was trans. She's pregnant, so I don't think she's trans. So why is it black trans people? Might have been able to get away with black and trans people, but that still wouldn't be true, but be better wording. It just further shows that black trans people are the only ones being targeted in this conversation. Those are just the ones that are doing the wrong things. The employee was terminated on suspicion of leaking metrics to the press related to the Dave Chappelle special. Those metrics about how much Netflix paid for The Closer and how many people it reached subsequently ended up in a report on Bloomberg. While the employee had shared the metrics internally, they spoke out against the leaks to colleagues, worried that it might hurt the walkout movement. Leaking of internal data is highly unusual on Netflix. While the company prides itself on transparency, employees are told that the culture can only thrive when Netflix data remains internal. They don't release their numbers or anything. Like TV shows, like in normal cable TV or satellite TV, you'd get ratings, but in streaming services like Netflix, you don't get those numbers. You don't always get it with cable and TV either. They're kind of trying to get away from that now so they can hide their numbers. But regardless, they are kind of right here when they're saying that not always transparent. But moving on, a Netflix spokesperson confirmed the employee's dismissal. We have to let go of an employee for sharing confidential, commercially sensitive information outside the company, they said. We understand this employee may have been motivated by disappointment and hurt with Netflix, but maintaining a culture of trust and transparency is core to our company. Controversy surrounding The Closer, which was widely criticized by trans activists for being transphobic, has rolled in Netflix in recent weeks. The company suspended Tara Field, a trans software engineer who posted a viral tweet thread about controversy for attending a director-level meeting to which she wasn't invited. Field has since been reinstated. The company is now sending employees details what meetings they're allowed to attend. They didn't mention it in this article, but the financial details that this employee leaked are how much, at least one of them is how much Dave Chappelle got paid for, I think, just this special. And it was $24.1 million. So, he walked away from $50 million before. He's probably made that up by now. But the media and Twitter would have you believe that she was fired and those other employees were suspended because they spoke out. But these employees are barging into meetings they're not supposed to be in. They're leaking information they're not supposed to. I'm sure they signed NDAs. And they're just going about this wrong way. If it was just a pure protest, that's fine. And they say there's going to be like 1,000 people at the protest. They exaggerate a lot with numbers like that when it comes to protests, so probably not going to be 1,000. But we'll see how much it is. But these people are doing everything they can to turn people against Netflix here and try to pressure them into getting rid of the special. They're pulling every card they can. Suspending a trans person. Firing a pregnant black woman. They're pulling every card they can. I don't know if they were trying to get punished on purpose so they could do that. I doubt it. I think they're just dumb. But it's possible. I mean, you're getting the right cards here. It's not working. But those are the cards they like to pull. And people that are doing this stuff are the ones they want. So they can use that to their advantage. Even though it's not Netflix discriminating. It's Netflix firing and suspending people who have broken the rules. Doing stuff they shouldn't have. They reinstated that trans employee. There was 3 that they suspended, I believe. I think they reinstated all of them. At least that trans one. But it seems like Netflix is going to stand their ground on this one. Gotta take these at a case-by-case level. I mean, I'm glad they're standing by Dave Chappelle here. Keeping the special up, it seems. But at the same time, they have cuties up there. They stuck by that. And Big Mouth. If you don't know what that is, it's a cartoon with, like, teens, like, at that puberty age, I believe. I haven't watched it, so I'm kind of piecing together what I've heard in the past. I think Netflix is just trying to stir up controversy. They have that Masters of the Universe controversy a few months ago. So, I mean, seems like that's what they want. They're mostly woke, but they also have this Chappelle special. And maybe we'll see in the future if they have more stuff like this, but they keep doing woke stuff. They just kind of want to stir up both sides, get more publicity, get more eyes on them. We'll see what happens with that, and see what happens with this protest and the situation, see if this employee ends up getting reinstated as well, who knows. But let me know what you think about this. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you like to subscribe if you want to see more, comment, share. I have another channel called Thoughtful Outlaw Sports where I talk about basketball, baseball, football, anything else sports related I'm interested in. So check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.